Good morning, friends. I'm Arthur, and welcome back to Senior Strength Show. Now, before we dive into today's essential topic, if you're over 60 and you've been confused by food labels or worried you're being misled by fancy marketing terms, hit that subscribe button right now, because what I'm about to teach you could save you from years of poor health choices. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Chen, a nutritional scientist who spent 20 years studying how food companies deliberately confuse seniors with misleading labels. Doctor, let's be honest, are food companies intentionally trying to trick older adults with their labeling?
Absolutely. And thank you for addressing this critical issue. Food companies spend millions on marketing specifically designed to confuse seniors into buying unhealthy products. They use terms like natural, heart-healthy, and light that sound good, but often mean nothing nutritionally.
Doctor, that's a serious accusation. Are you saying that seniors are being deliberately targeted with deceptive labeling?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Seniors are a huge market for processed foods, and companies know that many older adults trust authority figures and official-sounding claims. They exploit this trust with misleading labels that can literally destroy senior health.
This is outrageous. Doctor, before we teach our viewers how to protect themselves, I have to ask, what's the most dangerous labeling trick that's specifically harming seniors?
The heart-healthy scam is devastating seniors' cardiovascular health. Foods loaded with sugar and harmful oils carry heart-healthy labels simply because they're low in saturated fat. Seniors buy these thinking they're protecting their hearts when they're actually destroying them.
Doctor, let's start with something basic but confusing. Those dates on food packages. What do seniors need to know?
This is where food companies create unnecessary waste and confusion. There are 3 types of dates: sell by, use by, and best if used by, but none of these tell you when food becomes unsafe to eat. Sell by is for store inventory management, not safety. Used by and best if used by are about peak quality, not safety. Food companies deliberately make these dates confusing so seniors throw away perfectly good food and buy more.
So, seniors are throwing away safe food because of confusing dates.
Exactly. I've seen seniors throw away canned goods that are still safe months past their best buy date. Food companies love this because it drives more sales, but it wastes money and creates unnecessary anxiety about food safety.
How can seniors tell when food is actually unsafe?
Use your senses. If it looks, smells, and tastes normal, it's probably fine. Canned goods can be safe for years past their dates. Fresh foods show obvious signs of spoilage like mold, bad smells, or slimy texture.
Doctor, are there any foods where seniors should be more careful about dates?
Yes, dairy products, fresh meat, and anything that requires refrigeration. But even then, trust your senses over arbitrary dates. Many seniors are buying fresh food more frequently than necessary because of date confusion.
This could save seniors hundreds of dollars a year just by understanding dates correctly.
Absolutely. Food waste is expensive, and seniors on fixed incomes can't afford to throw away perfectly good food because of misleading date labels.
Doctor, let's tackle the nutrition facts label. What should seniors focus on first?
The serving size is the most important and most manipulated part of the label. Food companies deliberately make serving sizes unrealistically small to make their products look healthier than they are. For example, a bottle of juice might contain 2.5 servings, but most people drink the whole bottle. If the label says 15 grams of sugar per serving, you're actually getting 37.5 grams, nearly 10 teaspoons of sugar.
That's incredibly deceptive. How can seniors protect themselves from this trick?
Always check how many servings are in the package and multiply the numbers by how much you'll actually eat. Don't trust that one package equals one serving. Companies deliberately design packages to contain multiple servings.
What about those percent daily value numbers? Are they reliable for seniors?
Here's a critical problem. The percent daily values are based on a 2,000 calorie diet for average adults, not the specific needs of seniors. Most seniors need fewer calories, but more of certain nutrients like calcium and vitamin D.
So the percentages don't actually apply to seniors?
Not directly. A food might show 20% daily value for sodium, but if you're a senior who should be limiting sodium for blood pressure control, that 20% could be too much. The percentages are general guidelines, not senior-specific recommendations.
Doctor, which nutrients should seniors pay most attention to on labels?
Focus on limiting sodium, added sugars, and saturated fats. These are the killers for seniors. Look for foods high in fiber, calcium, vitamin D, and potassium. But remember, the label doesn't tell you about nutrient quality or absorption.
Doctor, what about ingredient lists? How can seniors decode these?
The ingredient list is where companies hide the truth. Ingredients are listed by weight, heaviest first. If sugar is one of the first 3 ingredients, you're looking at a high sugar product, regardless of what the front package claims. But here's the sneaky part. Companies use multiple types of sugar to push sugar further down the ingredient list. They might use corn syrup, dextrose, and cane sugar in the same product to make it look like there's less sugar.
That's incredibly manipulative. How can seniors spot hidden sugars?
Learn the code words. Anything ending in ose is sugar. Dextrose, fructose, sucrose. Corn sweetener, corn syrup, rice syrup, honey, agave, and fruit juice concentrate are all sugar. Companies use these to hide the true sugar content.
What about those artificial sweeteners? Are they better for seniors?
That's complicated. Artificial sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin don't spike blood sugar, but they can disrupt gut bacteria and may trigger cravings for more sweet foods. For seniors, moderation is key with any sweetener.
Doctor, are there ingredients that seniors should absolutely avoid?
Trans fats are deadly for seniors. Look for partially hydrogenated oils and avoid completely. High fructose corn syrup is particularly harmful for senior metabolism. Excessive sodium is dangerous for blood pressure control.
What about preservatives and additives? Should seniors be concerned?
Some preservatives are necessary for food safety, but others are questionable. BHA, BHT, and sodium nitrites have been linked to health problems. The fewer ingredients you can't pronounce, the better.
Doctor, let's expose these marketing terms that confuse seniors. What does light really mean?
Light is one of the most misleading terms targeting seniors. It just means the product has fewer calories or less fat than the original version, but it might be loaded with sugar, sodium, or artificial additives to maintain flavor. I've seen light salad dressings that replace fat with high fructose corn syrup, making them worse for seniors than the full fat versions. Companies know seniors associate light with healthy, so they exploit this perception.
What about low fat and low calorie claims?
These terms have legal definitions, but they're based on tiny serving sizes. A low-calorie food can have up to 40 calories per serving, but if the serving size is 1 tablespoon and you use 4 tablespoons, you're getting 160 calories.
That's so deceptive. What about multigrain? That sounds healthy.
Multigrain is a classic trick. It just means multiple grains, but they could all be refined, stripped of nutrients. Look for whole grain instead, and make sure it's the first ingredient. Multigrain often means nutritionally worthless refined grains.
Doctor, what about organic? Surely that's better.
Organic means no synthetic pesticides or fertilizers, which can be better, but organic junk food is still junk food. Organic cookies, organic sugary cereals, and organic sodas are just as harmful to senior health as conventional versions.
Are there any marketing terms that actually mean something positive?
100% whole grain, no added sugars, and low sodium have specific meanings and can be helpful, but always verify by reading the actual nutrition facts and ingredient list. Don't trust front of package claims alone.
Doctor, what specific strategies should seniors use when reading labels?
First, shop the perimeter of the store, where fresh foods don't need labels. When you do buy packaged foods, read labels with your glasses on and take your time. Don't let anyone rush you. Second, have a smartphone app or magnifying glass ready. Many labels use tiny print specifically to discourage reading. Companies know that if you can't read it easily, you'll just trust the front of package claims.
What should seniors look for first when picking up a packaged food?
Ignore the front of the package completely. It's all marketing. Flip it over and look at the ingredient list first. If you can't pronounce the first 5 ingredients, or if sugar appears in the first 3, put it back.
Any specific numbers seniors should watch for?
For sodium, look for foods with less than 600 milligrams per serving. Many seniors need to limit sodium for blood pressure. For added sugars, try to stay under 6 grams per serving. For fiber, aim for at least 3 grams per serving.
Doctor, what about medications? Do food labels interact with senior medications?
Great question. Many seniors take blood thinners and need to watch vitamin K intake, but labels don't always list vitamin K content. Those on blood pressure medications need to monitor sodium carefully. Always discuss diet with your pharmacist.
Are there label reading tools specifically designed for seniors?
Yes, there are smartphone apps that scan barcodes and give simplified nutrition information in large print. Some even highlight ingredients that might interact with common senior medications.
Doctor, how can seniors shop smarter to avoid falling for label tricks?
Make a list before you go and stick to it. Food companies place the most deceptive products at eye level and near checkout counters. If you have to look up or down for a product, it's often a better choice. Also, never shop when hungry or tired. You're more likely to fall for marketing tricks and make poor choices when your judgment is compromised.
What about comparing similar products? How should seniors approach that?
Compare products by looking at the same serving size. Companies deliberately use different serving sizes to make comparisons difficult. Convert everything to the same amount, like per 100 grams, to get accurate comparisons.
Are store brands typically better or worse than name brands for seniors?
Store brands often have simpler ingredient lists and fewer marketing gimmicks. They're usually better value and sometimes healthier because they don't need fancy marketing claims to sell.
Doctor, what about shopping frequency? Should seniors shop more or less often?
Shop more frequently for fresh foods, less frequently for pantry staples. This reduces food waste and ensures you're eating fresher, more nutritious foods. Plus, frequent short trips are easier than infrequent marathon shopping sessions.
Any specific times of day that are better for senior shopping?
Early morning or mid-afternoon when stores are less crowded and you can take your time reading labels without feeling rushed. Avoid evening shopping when you're tired and more susceptible to marketing tricks.
Doctor, what about fresh fruits and vegetables that don't have labels? How do seniors make good choices?
Fresh produce is usually your best bet nutritionally.
The USDA website has complete nutrition information for fresh foods, or you can call their Food and Nutrition Information Center at 301-504-5414. For fresh foods, focus on variety and color. Different colored fruits and vegetables provide different nutrients that seniors need. Don't get stuck buying the same 3 vegetables every week.
How can seniors tell if fresh produce is high quality?
Look for vibrant colors, firm texture, and fresh smell. Avoid anything with soft spots, unusual odors, or wilted appearance. Don't be afraid to gently test firmness. That's how you ensure quality.
What about frozen and canned alternatives?
Frozen vegetables without added sauces or seasonings are often more nutritious than fresh because they're frozen at peak ripeness. Canned vegetables are convenient, but watch the sodium content. Look for no salt added varieties.
Doctor, are there seasonal considerations for seniors buying fresh produce?
Absolutely. Seasonal produce is usually cheaper, more nutritious, and tastes better. It also provides natural variety in your diet throughout the year, which is important for getting different nutrients.
Any specific fresh foods that are particularly beneficial for seniors?
Dark leafy greens for folate and vitamin K, colorful berries for antioxidants, fish for omega-3s, and nuts for healthy fats and protein. These foods provide nutrients that seniors often don't get enough of.
Doctor, what technology tools can help seniors read labels more effectively?
There are excellent smartphone apps like Foodicate and How Good that scan barcodes and give simplified nutrition information in large print. They can even highlight ingredients to avoid based on your health conditions. Many of these apps also provide senior-specific advice, like flagging high-sodium foods for blood pressure concerns or highlighting calcium-rich foods for bone health.
What about seniors who aren't comfortable with smartphone apps?
A good magnifying glass is essential. Many labels use impossibly small print. Some pharmacies sell credit card-sized magnifiers that fit in your wallet. Reading glasses with extra magnification can also help.
Are there any low-tech strategies that work well?
Absolutely. Many seniors benefit from shopping with a family member or friend who can help read labels. Some grocery stores also offer personal shopping assistance for seniors.
Doctor, what about online grocery shopping? Does that help with label reading?
Online shopping can be great for seniors because you can zoom in on labels, take your time comparing products, and avoid marketing pressure. Plus, many online stores allow you to filter by dietary restrictions.
Any downsides to online grocery shopping for seniors?
You can't inspect fresh produce quality, and it's easy to order more than you need when you're not physically handling items. But for packaged goods, online shopping often provides better label information than in-store shopping.
Doctor, let's give our viewers a concrete action plan for becoming smarter label readers.
Here's your Senior Smart Label Reading Protocol. Before shopping, make a list, eat a snack, and bring your reading glasses or magnifying glass. In the store, shop the perimeter first for fresh foods, then tackle packaged items. For each packaged item, check serving size first, then ingredient list, then nutrition facts. Red flags: if sugar is in the first 3 ingredients, if sodium is over 600 milligrams per serving, or if you can't pronounce most ingredients, choose something else. Green lights: look for 100% whole grain, no added sugars, high fiber content, and short ingredient lists with recognizable foods.
How long does it take to become proficient at label reading?
Most seniors become comfortable with basic label reading within 2 to 3 shopping trips. The key is to start slow, focus on a few key numbers, and gradually build your skills.
Doctor, any final tips for seniors who feel overwhelmed by all this label information?
Start simple. Focus on avoiding foods with added sugars and excessive sodium. As you get comfortable with the basics, you can expand to reading full labels. Remember, any improvement in label reading is better than trusting marketing claims.
Doctor, what's your final message for seniors who want to stop being fooled by food labels?
Knowledge is power, especially when it comes to your health. Food companies spend millions trying to confuse and mislead seniors, but with the right knowledge, you can see through their tricks and make truly healthy choices. Don't let fancy marketing terms and deceptive labels undermine your health. You have the right to know what's in your food, and you have the power to make informed decisions.
What gives you the most hope for seniors taking control of their nutrition?
I see more seniors becoming informed consumers every day. When you understand how to read labels properly, you become immune to food industry manipulation. That's incredibly empowering for your health and your wallet.
Before we go, folks, please hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. This kind of practical, money-saving health information is exactly why Senior Strength Show exists. Share this video with any senior who's ever been confused by food labels. Doctor, thank you for exposing these labeling tricks and giving seniors the tools to shop smarter and eat healthier.
Thank you. Remember, everyone, the most important label to read is the one in the mirror. When you make informed food choices, you're investing in your health, independence, and quality of life.
Until next time, this is Senior Strength Show, where we're committed to keeping you strong, smart, and informed.